I've been dealing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us, still ride with a in the fleece. I'ma up my piece if you're trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the higher. These they come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies, they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual forces, fighting the demons, really for lifers. Karma, with your energy harness. If I'm back in the corner, I might get the clicking until I just feel a nirvana. I see blood in the water, homies are gone, he couldn't see the piranhas. Got it hot as divider, I'm from the bottom, on treacherous timing. They'll pop your melon in front of those seeds over that beef and broccoli. He poked his chest, now he can't breathe over that ego popping. I put that glass on my wrist and went window shopping. Gotta sow your seeds, they wouldn't believe on all of the fruits that blossom. Got the enemy toppled, I got the energy turning like 20 more notches. I've been trusting the process, no other option really is bigger than me. Got infinity stones inside of me deep, and I let the chakras speak. I will not retreat, you can never compete, your flesh is way too weak. I've been dealing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us, still ride with a in the fleece. I'ma up my piece if you're trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the higher. These they come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies, they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual forces, fighting the demons, really for lifers. I was stuck in the state of me trying to survive. I was ready to rise and ready to thrive and cut off the poisonous ties. Ain't no heart in the game, but even the courage we live in the Wizard of Oz. Get the money and change, we ruin the vibes and checking and jiving. In a turbulent time, and we need a spiritual teaching to keep us alive. No more selling us lies or selling beside me while the enemy hide. Yeah, I'm feeling a change in order. Treading dangerous waters, the demise of falsely.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Silver, check. 180.
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. A short one there, caught by Granson. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He's got Granson, his tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and
Hurts. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They'll run with Barkley. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
63.
That's good for an Eagles.
King field. On Silver, ready?
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Kyle up, Yanni.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Yanni. All right, anyway, Tiger Hornet.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Brandon, there was more in his mind there than just getting to the first down marker. Saw an opportunity to get a big play and was going to let the defense do a lot to stop him from getting there.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
Miami. Hey, easy, 63. Hey, let's go.
Throwing is Hurts. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. He'll get it up the middle. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. Point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Ravens 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Jackson now. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's 3rd and 7. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
No, we changed it.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Jackson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
A short one there, caught by Likely. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Yeah. Come on. Ready. Shot. Ready. Shot. Sit up.
Henry up the middle. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here comes third and the length of the football. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some marksmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
49-yard line.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Up the middle with Barkley. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The solid stiff arm. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. All that for a 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
Well, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
This is 2nd and 8. Jackson. Check down here for Henry. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Again, it's Henry. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter or misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Here's a toss right side to Mitchell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 47 yards. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 29-yard line.
Hey, easy, 63, back.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Now he's going to step up and run. He's going deep for Brown. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there for Philly. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Good, set. On anyone, huh? 63.
Barkley inside handoff. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now second and 9.
63. Yeti.
He'll look to throw. Touchdown! Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range. To throw is Jackson. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Now it's Jackson. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Jackson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now a second and 10. To throw again is Jackson. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
DC, right?
3rd and 5.
You. Hands up. Oh. Hey, middle.
So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10.
No, we changed it.
Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Go Silver, ready? Now love Yeti. Hey, 73.
Here's Hurts to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards. The offense has has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Hey, 180. Shut up. 180. Shut up. 180. Shut up.
On first down, it's a run with Ali. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
180. 180. Hey, shut up.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield. Oftentimes, it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
No, we changed it.
4th down, here's Jackson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles will take over here just shy of the 30.
Intercepted. Turnover on down.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Nate Wiggins on the tackle. A gain of 2.
Hurts.
Brings up 2nd and 8. At the 31.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. And an Eagles first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing is Hurts. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. That is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Hey, Silver.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them into field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a first down?
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards.
4-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
And this type of play is practiced. You're supposed to knock it down, not tip it up. All right? You see what happens when you tip it up. They end up getting a 1st down out of it. Knock it down. Series is over.
Hey, middle. Hey! Yeah. Report!
Now it's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension to the game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Now he's going to step up and run. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. That is caught. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 73 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. You can see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 58 yards. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got Smith here. Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10.
Saquon
Barkley running right. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Hey, 73.
Back to throw here. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
That's another Eagles first down. First and goal at the 1.
They'll try to run forward Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points and there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Jackson. On the slant, DeAndre Hopkins. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
Hey, report.
Jackson now. Right side, there's Likely with it. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Luke now for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Next to score, Eagles 38, Ravens 28. Tyler Luke to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
And their own 36-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
The extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick 6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Now he'll tuck this and run. That one downfield for Dotson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. Here's 1st and 10. Now Lamar changing the look. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Now Jackson. That is caught. Bateman. Now he's free at the 35. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
Now that is the 2-minute drill at its very best. Get the completion, get a big chunk of yardage, and then get out of bounds to save those timeouts. You cannot do it any better than that.
And the Ravens first down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing. Jackson. He dumps it off for Henry. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
4 yards. That's another Baltimore first down.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. And that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Here now, 2nd and goal. Henry will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stop the run. But I just wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and they just expected him to pick up a first.
Here's a big one. It's 4th and goal. Again, it's Ricard, the fullback. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Hey, thumbs up, alert. No touch.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself. This is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
22 yards. That's good for an Eagles first down.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Here's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Easy, 63, pass.
Back to throw. Quick slant to Brown. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Again to Henry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Philadelphia, good night, everybody.